Hello and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. Back at blogging, been on vacation with the family. Now let's start talking about the forecast and what everybody has been talking about for some time. What's the winter going to be like? All the forecasts are out. Private sector, the government, NOAA. I'm talking about not our National Weather Service office in North Little Rock, not about them, but NOAA, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, released theirs. And for a change, I'm shocked to see it, but they actually had an area that was below average. Very, very strange for them to do something like that. But anyway, the other thing that they do on their forecast, and why I kind of disregard it now, is because they put a big EC on there. That stands for equal chances. That means that the odds don't tilt in any one direction, according to them, for below, above, or normal temperatures or precipitation. While a bunch of other private sector companies out there, they take a stand. Right or wrong, they take a stand. And they put their necks out there and say, this area, that area, and they don't do this, there's equal chances stuff, which I've never, ever liked that. So there's a lot of companies out there that have released theirs, and like I said, I always stick to a 7-day forecast. That's my specialty. And sometimes I like to delve out there a little bit further. But as far as seasonal forecasting goes, when we're talking about the months of December, January, and February, I have not seen one forecast, and that does include NOAA, but I have not seen one forecast that shows temperatures are going to be warm this winter. All of them indicate below average temperatures. Now, how much below average? Is it going to be, 1, 2 degrees, 3, 4, 5 degrees below average? And you're talking about some really cold stuff. And what about precipitation? Everything that I've seen shows that we're going to have above average snowfall. Now, what is average snowfall? Now, this can be deceiving. When you say above average snowfall, everybody seems to want to say, oh my gosh, it's going to be a really snowy winter. And it very well could be a very snowy winter, but I'm looking here on my app. Local climate data, the 30-year average snowfall here in Little Rock is, I'm getting it, 3.5 inches in Little Rock. So if we get 4 inches out of one storm, it's an above average, as far as snow is concerned. Or we could have a lot of snow, or we may have to deal with ice. So, there are a lot of variables in this. Perception plays a key role too. But weatherbell.com, I harp on them all the time. Meteorologist Joe Bastardi there, a fantastic long-range forecaster who has just been absolutely nailing the long-range forecast for more than a year now. Nailed last winter correctly. He has revised I showed it here on the blog, and I even did an interview with him. But I don't have the ability to show it to you right now. I don't have that authorization from him as of yet. But I did take a look at his updated forecast he just released on this Wednesday, October 22nd, and it hasn't changed all that much. He's still calling for below average temperatures, and instead of snowfall being 167% of normal, so we get 3.5, so 167% of that would be just under 5 inches for the season, he's now going with 133% of average, which is not as much, but it's still above average snowfall. And there's a part of eastern Arkansas that he's got that is 167% of average. So he's got the same general idea and just shifted the areas just a little bit. But like I said, I have not seen one forecast that shows above average temperatures this winter. So, everybody's trying to figure it out. You look at sea surface temperatures around the globe. You look at patterns, indices, and that's what they're formulating. But we'll all know what Mother Nature has to throw at us. Now, I've bloviated for almost 4 minutes about the winter forecast. Let's talk about the immediate future because, we've got possibly a cold winter on the way, but we've got some very warm and near record-breaking temperatures that we're going to deal with over the next several days. Not really until we get to Friday and Saturday, but this is the 500 millibar level. And you see this, let me get the pointer here. This right here, this is coming up Thursday, I believe. Yeah, there's going to be a little disturbance coming through, increased cloud cover, maybe a sprinkle or a shower. I'm not very optimistic about that. But the thing to watch, and we're looking at 500 millibars, which is almost 20,000 feet up into the atmosphere. Let me jump ahead here. Look at this ridge building in for the weekend. That's going to mean some very much above average temperatures. We should be around 73 degrees for afternoon highs as we head towards late October. But with this ridge building in and some very warm air coming in at us from the south and the southwest, I think we're going to be in the mid and upper 80s, and that could push at least near record high temperatures. But look what happens as we head towards the middle of next week, especially next Tuesday. This is a trough of low pressure. The ridge gets pushed off towards the east. We'll have a frontal boundary come through, and that's going to bring in a chance for some showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two, especially next Tuesday of next week. After that, those temperatures are going to settle down. Precipitation-wise, that's the system on Thursday. It's showing just some very, very light amounts across northern Arkansas. Most of this will be dry. The weekend looks dry. And then here's the thing about next Monday and Tuesday. That ridge builds in, you're getting strong southerly winds. There's the frontal boundary, surface low pressure, right? What did I just do? Let's go back. Okay, so you have the surface low pressure right here, and the front extends right in here from that area of low pressure. And you see the areas of showers and thunderstorms developing. Out ahead of it, you see these warm southwesterly winds kicking in, south and southwesterly winds, so near record-breaking highs. But then that front should come through and put an end to all that. As we head towards the middle of next week, get some rain on here on Tuesday, a rumble of thunder. Right now the severe threat looks limited or very low. And we go into Halloween, and right now the long-range data is projecting that it's going to be a dry and cool Halloween, maybe temperature highs in the 60s and 70s, lows at night in the 40s and 50s. So it should be a very nice Halloween according to the newest data. Now, I'm going to show you the, let me get back here to the temperatures, and here's a big picture of me is in the way. Let me see if I can get to Saturday. These are maximum 2-meter temperatures. Here we go. This is Saturday. Come on, Todd. And that's showing max temperatures around 84 degrees in central Arkansas. A little cooler up across the north and mid-80s across central and southern Arkansas. And the records are in the upper 80s. So some very warm weather. And then max temperatures on Sunday, 83 degrees, which will be about 4 or 5 degrees below the daily record high temperatures. And then we go into Monday, temperatures around 81 degrees for high temperatures. This is according to the European model, by the way, and this is courtesy of weatherbell.com. And then you go into Tuesday, and with the rain and the showers around next Tuesday, it's showing a high temperature only around 70 degrees. So that new front that comes in is after that ridge finally gets out of here, that new front should knock temperatures down with clouds and some rainfall on Tuesday. And let's just take a gander at, see, this is Wednesday showing a high temperature of 68. So by the middle of next week, we're going back to or maybe just a touch below the average, possibly very close to average by the middle of next week. Let's just take a look at Halloween while I'm here. See if this goes out to Halloween, doesn't it? This is so long range. It only goes out. It's showing a high temperature Halloween of 70 degrees and dry. So that would be great, but that's 240 hours out according to this model. So much can change. So again, just to recap, not much has changed for the winter forecast. The areas that Big Job is starting has shifted around a little bit, but still indicating that we are going to have a below average temperature, below average temperatures for December, January, February, and possibly above average snowfall. How much above average, we'll see. Could some of that be ice? We'll see. But there's not one forecast I have seen that shows above average temperatures this winter. I stick to a 7-day forecast. That's my specialty. And as you see here, I think we're going to see near daily record high temperatures. It's going to be very warm this weekend, temperatures into the 80s, but then back to average by the middle of next week. Thank you so much for making the Arkansas Weather Blog what it is today, and for making us your go-to place for in-depth weather. Thanks for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.